Hello everyone, I am going to be doing something a little different today. Yesterday when I did the playthrough with the RAD, we were testing things out and switched over to NoMan'sSky. It turned out I had the fewest problem ever on the Twitch stream that my mom was watching, of NoMan'sSky. And so we're thinking there might be a setting that's going on that RAD uses that affects NoMan'sSky or something. So we're going to try it one more time and see how that's going. The other thing that we're going to try to do is maybe keep it a little short, but you know me, every time I say that, but we're going to try and just do small steps on this, partly because like with NoMan'sSky I tend to like going slow and casual anyway, so we'll see how this goes. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna run my daily challenge now, and that's kind of what we're gonna do for a little bit. I'm not quite ready to face the big Mahunga this time. Alright. Okay, we're gonna go with the usual freestyle. Well, actually, let's try another one. I don't have very many to try here, so I think we've tried all of them. And if I haven't, then we will. All right, let's go with freestyle then. Hurts so good. Pain
Loading.
Makes you stronger. I have no idea what that even means but let's find out. I guess. Oh my goodness. So I'm guessing, okay, this is what I think is going to happen, is that if you lose like parts of the hearts, you're just going to get stronger when you swing the bat or when you fire something. So I guess we're going to try and see how that goes. Okay, we're back in 1.1, or 1-1. Ow, oh! I have 3 hearts to start out with because this is a normal run and we can't affect whatever the rules are. So on this one I have to kind of be careful because all I have are the 3 hearts until we get through like dungeons. And of course, this is the one where we have a little timer on the side. Now, what the timer does is it provides a bonus for when you get past the scenario. And once again, we find ourselves kind of in a larger map, but that's not so bad. We'll just do what we can.
Floppy acquired.
Ooh, so now I have some floppies and I have some tapes, so we're actually doing pretty well. Another floppy. Okay, things getting exciting now.
Hurts so good.
It adds a little bit of power to the bat, yes.
Risk it.
All right.
Heyday.
And there's, yep, that one came at like a normal meat gift, I guess. Alright, well, we are definitely going to have to find a way off of this track here, but that's alright, we will. We found the first one, so not doing too bad. Ooh, there's a tape. Let me go get it. Alright. There is just a little bit more balance to that. I mean,
Death
averted. Oh no! Death averted, but that was a fall. I just didn't have enough speed going off that.
Mutate!
Well, it's not going to affect the little swamp guy at all, so that's okay, but I can walk in the swamps now. Okay, we got 5 minutes and we've already found both the recruiters, which is not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can... I've only got like 13, but I'll bet you there's a health potion. There is. Oh, gosh. I'll get the half health potion. There we go. I'll leave those alone, if that works. Oh, you can see it in the bat. There's a, like, lightning thing going on. Well, when it swings, it's got a bluer, swinged... Yeah, the bat. The bat is swinging, and there's a bit of a blue, light that's following it right now. We got the truffles now, which is technically supposed to help me find more fruit, but I don't know if that actually works. I have not noticed that it actually works, but... Oh! Well, it is. If you want to know if we're stronger, we hit that one pointy guy and hit it just once, and it got it. So we are definitely hitting harder. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I meant to open that, but that's alright. I hit the wrong button. Which, that could be easy to do on a controller. It's just...
Open.
I know, it is kind of tragic, yeah. Yesterday was pretty terrible. I've had war treaters taken care of in the amount of time. Yeah, yesterday was pretty bad.
Endomutation acquired.
Ooh, we can see hidden dangers. Just almost useless, but not entirely useless. I prefer the treasure, honestly speaking, because generally speaking, I can see the danger. They've got some pretty good markouts, but yeah. Let's see, bomb outs. But you see how the pink is shiny now? That's how you can tell. There we go.
Juicy.
Eat this. There we go. Get that. Thank you. And what we're gonna do is go back to the front, and we've got a health potion. Ooh, there's some crit juice there. I might come back for the health potion. I'm gonna drink the health potion. I'm gonna grab the crit juice. There we go. All right.
Alpha mutants.
Boy. Oh boy. Oh, just get the fire.
You were doing so well.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, it looks like my point says I did not do so well. I feel like that was a better run. We had more capes. We had more floppies. I just think in general it was a better run. So I mean, I killed a whole 29 mutants. Woo! And my score. My score was 119 this time. Oh well, we did what we did. It was 7. Oh, the score. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was very bad last time. So, yeah. So this was better. All right, I'm gonna exit to the main menu, and we're gonna get out and go directly to No Man's Sky. There might be a little pause on the screen. Though, a play to get a good run through on No Man's Sky from a video perspective. So if this works again, then we'll know it's a good way to do this. Unless, oh, it never mind. I had a moment. Oh no, it's kicking me out, but no, it's just loading in. It went blank on me for a minute, and I just had that moment. Well, the thing is with the Xbox, it's all automated, and I'll try and take a look, but I honestly have no idea what it's doing different. You know, yeah. If I were on the PC, I might be able to tell, but even then, my experience level is also such that, you know, it will get better. Now we're going to roll past all these saves. You can tell I've been playing a while. And we're going to start a new game. This is a new Utopia game for the Expedition. We have 5 weeks left, which is about right. And amazingly, it might actually be the whole 5 weeks. Maybe they fixed that little issue they've had with the timing. You know, that would be great. Because I don't know about anyone else, but I actually use the time they've given us. I feel like 5-6 weeks is an awesome amount of time to give us. I remember when they gave us 2 months for one of the runs, and it took me about that long. Yeah, it did. And I think it's good to keep in mind that not everyone does the I could get it all done in an hour thing. Some of us go slower. And there's a good reason to go slower, I think, especially in games like this particular Expedition. This Expedition, I really feel, was meant to be savored and meant to just be appreciated. It's certainly one I've appreciated as a builder. I don't do a lot of fancy building, and I'm more of like a cozy build. I like building places that I can furnish and make livable. But I did learn things as I played it through the first time that I think are going to be useful to know the second time. And I'll try and explain my reasoning for things as I go through. Okay, now we're floating through the stars. Doing more floating through the stars. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, okay. That. All right. Thank you. You can actually hear me as I'm talking now, as opposed to then. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. But you'll at least know it's all working. Yeah. Well, that's kind of why we've done it this way, is just to test it out. And I really appreciate you doing this, just so you know. All right, here we are. We floated through the stars. We're at the initialized expedition. Now, this is where, if you've been playing No Man's Sky for a while, you're mentally preparing yourself for the way you're going to come in and do stuff. Now, one of the things you're going to need when you come in is you're going to need carbon and iron. And they, it's listed as carbon and Fe. And so that's basically the rocks and the plants the most. We're landing in the expedition Normally I wouldn't know this ahead of time. You can land in random planets when you're coming in on these expeditions, except they're not so random. It's the same planet that everybody else is landing in. Right. And so that actually makes it kind of nice as instead of when you're doing a normal game. So let's go in and let's take a look at this world that we're coming into. Okay.
Life support systems activated.
Looks like we have a bluish sky.
Shield kinetic system online.
Things are coming online. The planet's name is New Cahill, which I think is really nice. It's 93.7 Fahrenheit, which is pretty warm, but not awful. I see a green field with mushrooms. So, and there's nothing here that says it's all toxic, which is huzzah. I mean, it's giving us a little level of things, but it's not terrible. Yeah, got a nice bulky multi-tool going on there. And then I got myself going in, which looks like I am a Corvax this time coming in. Alright, let's do a check of our multi-tool. And it says it's hot. So that's kind of a change from what I remember when we first came in. The world is saying it is hot right now. But I have some ion batteries, I have a base computer, I have a save point, I have my health is at 100, my hazard protection's at 100. Technically when you open the stuff up, it's supposed to pause it a little, but it doesn't really in the exosuit starship and multi-tool thing, so that's okay. So I'm going to switch over to my multi-tool. We'll come look at the ship after I get to it. The multi-tool has a mining beam, a scanner, and a terrain manipulator. So we've got some basics going for us already, which is exciting. Our damage potential is straight across 3s, which is kind of fun. And the scanner range is 200. So there we go. We're doing good. Alright, so it looks like we're doing okay. The heat sign went away. I'm not going to try and identify things just yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot. While I'm shooting and it's unidentified, all it will do is gather up the base material that it has to gather. When you can scan, though, it'll probably give you some extra bonus material, something like oxygen or carbon plus or whatever, or condensed carbon, I mean. But I need to have something like a lot. I need to have a lot of carbon. I'm also going to need to get, I guess, stuff to fix the ship at some point, so there's that. Now, one of the things I'm going to do, since this is kind of a base building game first, you have to build your base in order to craft your parts. There's a couple ways you could do this. We could walk towards the ship and build the base at the ship, but here's the problem. If you're playing eventually on multiplayer, which many of us will, what we'll find out is that a lot of people might have built by the ship, because it makes sense to do that. And then that will be a very crowded space. You'll be doing a lot of recording. And the other thing to do is to just sort of walk around and try and find a good place that's not too far from your ship. And maybe you'll luck out on a building or something. So we're going to walk around a little bit. I'm not going to try and rush to the ship immediately, and I'm not going to try and build a base immediately. I'm more interested in gathering some materials at this point. Let's take a look at what we've got so far. We've got 600 carbon and 17 ferrite dust. Let's start walking. I'm going to pick a random location. I can't even find where my ship is per se. Let me take a look. I've run the scan, but I don't have the scanner to find the ship. So it's just telling me where basic materials are. So I could be going in the right direction. I could be going in in the opposite direction. There's no way to really know. What I do see here is something that I personally love. The Knowledge Stone. The Knowledge Stone is awesome because this is how you learn the language of the people. So let's find out. It's the Gek. The Gek. The reason I love the Gek, and I have something I love about all of the species in this game. The reason I love the Gek is that they are the first ones that actually say hi to you, and so this stone, as it says, resonates with me. All right. All right, now this is something interesting. What it says, a small alien life form kneels before me. They are tired, beaten. Without meeting my gaze, they offer up their hand. I accept the knowledge. That's actually far more important than you would think. I have never really read that until now. I've never paid attention to it. I just flash right through it. But now that I know a little bit of the history from other gameplays, I'm like, oh my goodness, that's actually far more profound than I realized. Alright, I'm getting some dehydrogen because this game, to have life gel, you gotta make life gel, at least until you can find a store. So it is good to have it on hand to start with, and you also need it to make fuel for your ship. So you might as well grab it when you see it. Well, there is that. In this particular expedition, before you could even start making things, you got to have a base. So another good reason to just start moving along and try and find a good place. This planet is particularly curvy. It has hills and dells and lots of different places. That's pure metal. So that's just something of which to be aware. I'm going to wander over here because I saw some... Whoops. I got hit by the boomer that I did not see. I thought I saw. Well, I know I saw, but now I guess I'm off trail. Oh, I don't see it now, but I do see a boomer. I'm going to try and get it here. If you get close enough, you can get some of that the oxygen pods, which lets you get a little more oxygen from it. But you don't want to get too close because the boomers do boom. If I manage to get these, I usually leave boomers alone. If I don't manage to get them, and then I just will actually just shoot it. Especially normally, if it shoots me, I shoot it back. That's just kind of my policy on this one. Alright. Oh, that's right. I can scan all I want. I'm not going to be able to tell if there's a building in the distance or not. All I can do is run. Run towards nothing, actually. There's plenty of animals on this, which, speaking of animals, it is well worth it on this planet. In fact, I'll show you. On this planet, it is well worth it to find them. There's 13 animals, which means you get 3,250 nanites. That's a good helping of nanites, and those nanites do come in handy later. So, I would, if I were you, once you're able to scan these, go ahead and scan the animals on this planet. It's certainly not going to hurt. I'm just kind of trying with my eyeballs to see if there's any flat land or flat-ish land to put down a base. Well, speaking of, there's some flattish land there. There's not really a building or anything, but that's not too bad, a spread right there. Let me take a look over this hill real quick to see if there's anything special. Well, there's a lot of hill. Oh, I'm on top of a something here. That might be something over there, but I'm not going to go all the way over there. Well, that might explain the lack of buildings, though. Oh, that we're on the edge of a cliff. We are on the edge of a cliff, so that might be. We got the shade. The clouds are giving us some serious shade right now. I'm just turned around again because I'm just kind of wandering. We're not in a hurry yet. Just I know, right? Alright, yeah, that's kind of a point. Yeah, so it's finding the balance, you know, about the collection of materials and finding your ship and getting your first 3 discoveries for your expedition. Let's take a look at what we got for our materials. Currently, we have, as far as materials go, 733 carbon, not too bad. 234 ferrite dust, not too bad. 64 oxygen, not too bad. I haven't managed to pick up any sodium. Usually by now I've picked up a bunch, but we just haven't really walked past any. And it's kind of hard to tell for this daylight. Yeah. But I did find some oxygen over here, so let me grab that real quick. Take that. Alright, let's take a chance. We're going to come back over to this edge here. If we can. If I haven't gotten too turned around, which is absolutely possible. Oh. Let's get the carbon crystals here. These are basically condensed carbon. Carbon that has been, you know, compressed together long enough to be called condensed, I guess. When you're doing the dihydrogen crystals, another motivation to do them is you'll get like a crystal pop up, like an extra. Oh, I did not see that gassy pod. I am so sorry, gassy pod. It is. I am so sorry. My bad, but I'm still gonna shoot you because you'll just snap at me now. I usually call them snappers. I call the ones that boom boomers, the ones that whiffers, I think, and the snappers. Alright, it was over there that I saw something, I thought. But now I'm not sure I'm seeing it. I'm just thinking, I think that's just, I don't think that's a thing. But it won't hurt to go look. There we go. That is how you jump very slowly without hurting yourself off a cliff edge. You just do it in little bits of spurts. You try and conserve it so that last jump isn't too far away from the ground. If you use all your energy on the jetpack and fall, that's what you get. You get a good thumping on your feet, like you just landed on your ankles and knees pretty much. So just, you know, take it slow when you're falling like that, and you'll be okay. Oh, it is a something. It's very much a something. Now, it might not be where my ship is at something, but it might be a good place for a base. You know, the reason it might be a good place for a base, aside from the fact that is that it's got a good markation. is that it'll have a free landing pad, yes. And essentially, and so that's a good reason to you know, maybe consider using the crashed freighter as a place to put your base down. Another reason is that you can see it from a distance, so if you wander around, and if you're prone to walking and getting a little lost, it makes it easy to spot, I guess, you know, because it's giant, it's out there. So for... Oh yeah, we call that directionally challenged, yeah. If you are directionally challenged, then that is a great thing. A wonderful thing. I mean, because look at that tower. You can see that from a long ways away. So that means you'll always be able to find your base, even if you can't see the, like, tiny directional map when it comes up. Oh. We got sodium, and we got oxygen in the distance. Oh, this is nice. This is a good location. I'm thinking, regardless of what we find over there, we're definitely putting it down the base, because I don't mind walking, honestly. There's some jade peas over there, some heploid wheat over there. If I were on a planet that had, you know, was hot or cold or whatever, this would be awesome. Well, it's awesome now, but I'd be relieved to see everything here. Alright. Whoops, I got. Sometimes I don't see what's right by me as I'm passing, and I do try to keep an eye out for things. Just if it's hidden behind something, I'm not always gonna see it. And that's just, if you walk on a planet, there's a chance of getting bit. You know, that's just one of those things. Alright. I probably did, yeah, because yeah. Alright, this is something I can come back. Crystals! Oh my gosh, this is awesome. This is an awesome location already for me. Another thing to keep an eye out on this planet has resources. It has crystals, it has golden fingers. I know I'm spoiling as I'm talking, but I love this planet. In fact, I can honestly say this is one of the nicest planets we've ever started from on an expedition. Seriously, just a very nice planet. Now, will it stay nice after they close out the expedition? I don't know. But for the next 5 weeks, you might as well enjoy it and embrace it. And the truth is, if you'll go slow, you'll catch all these happy surprises. I don't think I can mine these yet. These floating crystals, aside from being awesome, they require a more advanced mining tool. We'll get those a little farther ahead in the game, I think, is one of the rewards. Yeah. You know, the cool thing about the crystals is you do need gold and you do need silver in this game. You need the silver for a couple of modules. You need the gold for the solar panel. So it's wonderful to see that, because it makes it acquirable no matter how you rock the boat there. All right, I just do not have enough oomph. There we are. Well, you know, with these punky little starter jetpacks. I'm just saying. I miss my very fancy, well-built, moduled-up jetpack, I do. And I'll be honest, I miss being able to have 6 modules to just really make it awesome. But it's okay, I forget them. Look at all this smoke. I mean, seriously. I don't recall it being that smoky. Yeah, that's just, wow. Alright, I'm still building here. But what I might do is build a little ways out into this flatter area over here, which again is another good reason to come in and go to a place that has some like functional building, or like if you found a ruin or a market or something like that, the spaces are generally flatter to begin with. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna put the base down, which, let's take a look for a moment. If you look at the foundation phase, all right, this is phase 1. The first thing you're doing is establishing a base. And then you're going to craft a few things, and then you're going to upload a few things, and then you're going to get and upload an extra craft. That's the first line there. And as far as things go, I think it's probably about the easiest way to start that we've ever had. So we're going to put a base down. I think I might just go ahead and put it right there. All right, there's the base. I'm going to walk on up here, and we're going to see if it's available, which I'm pretty much guaranteeing it is available. We probably picked a good location. Huzzah! It's available. Let's claim this base. Boom. Now that should give me access to the whole freighter location and then some. It gives you 500 units in a radius of 300 units. Oh, I guess they shrunk it. It used to be 500. They have shrunk it. Yeah, you can make it longer, I guess, but when everyone's playing, you don't need to. You know, the thing about this, you notice that there's grass. This grass is a little tall, a little wavy. You'll see that it wants me to pin the milestone. Let's see what happens when I pin the milestone. Oh, no, it wants me to turn it on and claim the reward. Okay. Oh, I need the visor. Oh. I gotta build the base. I can't just put the base down. Yeah. Alright. So I am gonna see if I can start by building it up from here. In fact, I might do that, actually. Just because I want to avoid the grass. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do a little more than it says to do, because I can. Alright, there we go. That's going to make a nice little porchy area, I think. We'll put the... and give a nice little view. Alright, we're gonna put the walls here. Yeah, the weather's good, so I'm not really in a hurry to try and build this base. I'm just yeah, I'll be in a hurry on the next planet, but this one I'm just trying to build a nice little space to exist here. And I think, as I recall right now, we don't really have stuff to build the doors yet. So unless I take a moment, let me see, what do we require for the door? Pure ferrite. And I don't have anything to build a pure ferrite yet, but you know what I can do is I can make it now that I have a base. And I have plenty of metal to work with. And it'll be worth having actual doors. So they do. We just when you're yeah. So there's that. It likes to tell us what to do. It wants us to have, you know, a specific kind of roof and that kind of thing. You don't have to follow that. You can change your pattern on this. So if you have a preferred way of building, go, buddy, do it, you know. We need... yeah, that'll work out. Then I can make 2 doors. I can make the 2 doors. Sorry, that's a terrible historic joke, but... Alright, so I have got myself some pure ferrite. And now I can make a door wherever I want. And I'm going to do so. Let's get in here and we're going to ignore that for a moment. Door number 1. for number 2. I'm gonna make the timber roof. I actually do like the timber roof it's recommending because it looks cool. Oh, I hate the current command setup. I didn't set this up this way, but they changed the buttons on it, and it's just throwing me. It's okay. It's just annoying. Used to, you could use your right and left button to turn things, but now you can only use your right button. Ugh. I'm just saying. But I do like these roofs. So one of the reasons I like these roofs is that at some point we are going to be able to bring in a teleporter, and so we'll be able to do that. And at some point I'll be able to make windows, and I will be making windows. Alright, I'm going to take a moment, and technically speaking I could load things up right now, but we're going to give ourselves a little light. These little plants here provide light so that you're not coming in directly into the dark. So it's a nice little thing to do for yourself. Put a little light down for a while. You can always remove them later if you don't like them. Trying to get it in the middle. It's harder. I'm used to building in first person rather than third person, but it's okay. There we go. And that's giving me some light right now. It might not always, but it's for right now. We'll go ahead and put one right here too, just so I can see the entry to the doorway. Right here. So I need it a little less. There we go. So now at night, it won't be completely dark when I come into this little building. Alright. Now it says you must prepare for venturing afield. Craft carnage nanotubes to install an analysis visor. I don't think I have the ability to do it quite yet, but I will. Oh, it does. It just comes in. Oh, I see. I see. So I can claim it. I see. All right. It just likes to prepare you. Okay. So there we go. So new research, and we got the carbon nanotubes built because it already said to do it. So huzzah. Okay, and we got a prepackaged personal refiner unit and copper and analysis visor plans. All right, that's very nice. Right, and the terrain manipulator was already part of the setup, so that's really nice. All right, here we go. We're turning it on, putting it in. Buzz, 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 buzz. All right. And it says, prepare supplies for your journey. Okay, so we're going to look at this is provisions. And the provisions is basically implying that you're going to be traveling a bit. So it wants me to prepare supplies. And the thing it wants me to do is build a bolt caster. But let's go ahead and install the refiner. I like to put it... Yeah, that way we can walk around and make stuff as we're doing. Alright, so one of the first steps to building the bolt caster is to start it, essentially. So I'm going to put it over here. Bolt caster, it needs 100 chromatic metal and 3 carbon nanotubes. It is why you got the copper. So I am going to give a piece of advice. Do not leave this planet without going and getting some copper. Because you're going to need it. You're going to need so much chromatic metal. I can't even tell you how much chromatic metal you are going to need. A lot. So it's flashing at me because it wants me to do the copper. And we're just going to go ahead and do all of it. Because we're going to need so much chromatic metal. Meanwhile, I'm going to pop some of these crystal fragments. I think these are all dihydrogen. Yes, they are. Go. Awesome. The hydrogen is up. I might take a moment. Let's take a look what we need for life gel. We need carbon and dihydrogen jelly. We can make a couple of those. So Well, I think I might as well wait. It's gonna ask me to make bullets and stuff, so I might as well wait and do things in order for what it wants me to make. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah, yeah. Well, I have been reminded that one of the things that yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is true. Alright, in case you're wondering what I'm doing, I am running to find some more carbon because I ran out of carbon for the nanotubes. I had plenty of carbon for building, but maybe not for making nanotubes. And the one drawback from picking the place that I picked is that there aren't quite as many close by. You're gonna have to wander a bit to get to. Yeah. I love this planet for another reason. I love this planet because there are no sentinels here. So if you're going to be going out, and you'll be lifting off from this planet, it is a good idea to get all your supplies, and especially as we cannot craft things away from the base at all. So if you're going to go like to get your ship, you're going to need the basics that you always need. When you're first starting out, you're going to need pure ferrite, you're going to need hermetic seal, you're going to need a dihydrogen jelly, let's see, what is it? Yes, just a second, no, over here. You're going to need, yeah, dihydrogen jelly, okay, and then metal plating. So you need to craft all that before you leave your base in searching for your ship. It's just a good idea to have it on hand before you go. Otherwise, what's going to end up happening, how far away is the ship? 16 minutes away. The ship is 16 minutes away. That's how far we wandered. But we got a good spot. So I'm not complaining, I'm just laughing now. Alright. So, we definitely do not want to make that run without the supply 16 minutes away. Oh my goodness. I definitely went in the opposite direction of the ship that time. Well worth it though, well worth it. I don't know, let's take a look. Oh, okay. So then that'll kind of work out, yeah. Let's see. I got a geode this time. Let's see what it gives me. That just gave me a little bit of pure ferrite. Well, that's nice. So I got some pure ferrite and I've got some regular ferrite. I don't have a need to necessarily organize just yet, but at some point I'm going to organize this all in my favorite organization. But what I can do, and what I can start doing, is scanning. So you'll notice as I scan that it's starting to pick up little details, like this has ferrite dust and dihydrogen. So So that'll be really handy as we're needing stuff. And this is just basic carbon right there. Well, that's nice. Got plenty of rock. Yep, gotta scan the animals. Yep. The crash ships tend not to have a whole lot of animals around it, so if you get bothered by having animals around, this is the one to use.
Units received.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's...
Units received.
I'm a little far for scanning, but we got an animal. I like to at least get an animal, mineral, and plant when I scan. Yes, but one of us just said. All right, so here we are at the expedition. And what we need to do next is the base teleport module plans. Oh, those are the rewards. Prepare your supply for the journey. So that's what I've been doing. We made the bolt caster. Yes, but the reason I haven't made it is because I was getting carbon for the carbon. Nope, need to get more carbon. The good news is we now know that this is all carbon, all these little ones here. That's 63 carbon off the one. Oh, these are worth a lot of carbon then. All right, that should give us plenty to work with here. Yeah, I think we're gonna try and get to the ship, but yep. Well, we certainly, the thing about this expedition is it does give you plenty to do. So now it wants me to make bullets, so I'm gonna make some bullets. Alright. And have I made enough bullets? Why, yes. Now it says it wants me to make some dihydrogen jelly. Well, the first thing I need for dihydrogen jelly is dihydrogen, of which I have plenty. There we go. And it wants to create a life gel, which requires carbon and dihydrogen jelly. There we go. So now we have a life gel to take us through. And in fact, what I'm going to do is myself a favor here, and we're going to make another one. There, now we have two. All right. I'm going to take these two and just sort of put them together here. All right. So the next thing it wants me to do... Yes. We've assembled this essentials. So we're going to go claim that prize. Alright, and it gives us the base teleport module plans, which is great, useful later, not so useful right now. The powerful mining beam, which is useful now. And ion batteries and life gel. I think it's hilarious that they asked us to do the life gel before giving us life gel. Okay. Alright. We're going to put the module in, just so we have a little more oomph on the mining beam. Alright. And now, what we have to do is upload the base. Well, I think we can do that. That's just right out here. We're going to press X. It's going to tell us to upload it, and I'm just going to go, okay, sounds good. I do not necessarily change the names unless I really have a good inspiration for a new name, which yeah, I'm done on that one. Yeah. All right. And we're gonna collect the reward for that. And there's the pre-packaged mining laser, advanced mining laser unit, and a GeoBay blueprint pack. All right. It gives us like 3 of them, but the truth is I'm gonna be using the Nomad because I like the Nomad. All right. And because they give us enough to make a Nomad, honestly speaking. They know which ones they think we ought to use. Alright, let's put in the mining laser. This gives us access to those crystals and to the pure ferrite and everything else that's kind of around this area. I'm going to move the scanners together. I'm going to move the terrain manipulator down here for a moment. And actually, I'm going to move this down here because we're going to start getting some scanning modules as we go along the way. All right, so the next thing we need to do is make a GeoBay. Now, the Pilgrim is fun to run around but we don't have anything for it really yet. And the Colossus is just slow, but it makes a lot of storage. But this one, the Nomad, is quick. It goes over all the surfaces. You could climb mountains with it. It's just, as a resource, it is a wonderful one. We can make 5 metal platings for this. So we're going to do that right now. I'm going to come in. And I'm going to go 1, 2. Yeah, and it's flashing at you. That's your big clue. Yeah, it's flashing at you saying, Nomad, pick the Nomad. Alright, I am going to shoot all these rocks over here. They may or may not grow back someday, but I don't know. Because it's so hilly, it kind of reminds me of certain terrains where the rocks just grow back. But what we really want is the ferrite dust, because I need to make 2 more metal platings. Oh, I scanned these rocks, yeah. Actually, while I'm here, I'll see if I can scan that animal that's right there. Sure can. Alright. The other one that looks like it was behind the crash strip, so I'm not gonna worry. Oh, that's funny. There's probably a little, it's run away, but you see that little red dot there? I think that's the prey. And it is behind the crash ship, and it is totally hiding. Now, I'm not going to give it away by looking in that direction anymore, but I can appreciate the strategy. Trying to scan that animal, and it's just too tiny to really track. Let me get up closer. There we go. 1,000 for that little tiny animal. That tells you it's kind of rare. At this level, when you're first starting out and all you have is this regular old scanner, the higher the number means the rarer the animal. Okay, so let's see. Do I have enough to make metal plating now? I do. And if you're looking at this, if you look at this, I'm down to 31 carbon and 51 ferrite dust. You go through your supplies like the wind. So just be aware that you need far more than you think you need. And some of this I may be collecting off screen because it just takes time to gather all the materials. Alright, I'm looking for a good spot to put the Nomad in case you're wondering what I'm doing. Because I want it to be close, but not too close. There, now it's right outside the door. I think what I'm gonna do is take a moment. Is let this roll. Yay, I have done the nomad. Alright, and now I'm gonna come back in here. I'm gonna put... Yep, and take what I get from the nomad, yep. Oh, you get the hermetic seal plans. Yeah, you kinda need that. You get the exocraft update, condensed carbon, and powerful movement system upgrade. We will take a... Alright. It gives us enough condensed carbon to make the hermetic seal, so I think we're probably going to need that hermetic seal. Alright, let's see. It says we have received it, so I'm going to fast forward to that now. I'm going to go take a look at what we've got. We've got an exocraft, and then the movement module, we'll need that, okay. Let's go look at our starship. We've got, we're gonna need the hydrogen jelly, pure ferrite, hermetic seal, and metal plating. Alright. Alright, so metal plating. 1. Hermetic seal. 1. We had enough to make 1 metal plating anyway. The hydrogen jelly. 1. And then the ship will be done. Yep. And if I walk, it's going to take me 16 minutes. But the nice thing is we have this little nomad here. And so we're going to see if we can't help that along. And you'll notice that it's saying, look, I have brought help. And so we're going to put that in. Actually, what we're going to do is going to take this and put it in one of the purples, because that'll give us more of a boost. And take this and put it alongside it. So now instead of 15, we have a 44% push on the top speed. So it's going to be faster and won't use as much fuel. And actually, what I might do is put the boost down. See what happens if we do that. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm going to put in the module for the jetpacks. And believe it or not, this is me not hurrying. I'm just putting it together and just kind of... This first little setup doesn't take too much time if you're willing to just kind of go with it. So, here we are. I am going to go ahead and start heading towards my ship, which is in that direction, 16 minutes away. And I'm going to take the Nomad to do it. And as I see stuff along the way, I think what I'm going to do is I am probably going to stop for it. Just because that's what I do normally. But we are trying to at least get to the ship here. Alright, so the thing to be aware of as you're driving the Nomad is it is kind of a destructive drive. It could be hard to miss the animals. It'll break up rocks, it'll break up mushrooms, it'll break up things, but it won't collect the materials. So I try to be careful as I'm driving anyway. It's nighttime, and so I can't really see too much. I'm just trying, let me get my first little bit of sodium here. I can scan it. And I can grab it. I didn't mean to do that. No, I didn't mean to do that either. Got that. I'm hitting X too often, and so it's just sort of trying to do it for me. If you hold the scanner down and you press X, it puts a marker down. There we go. And then you have to reverse the process. Since I'm right by it. We'll let him scan all this other stuff. Alright. Try to pick up something over there. There we go. And at last, I have a little sodium. Alright, we're gonna go up this hill. This is one of the things that makes the Nomad special. Up you go, just like flying a jetpack. And then you land. And you land without hurting yourself, which is even more important. If you time the boost right, it'll send you flying farther, which means you're flying faster towards your goal. So we now have 2 minutes instead of 16 minutes. That's how fast we're going. And having done this, we have traveled several units by exocraft, so that's kind of nice. I forgot that was a thing. So we have received a reward for using our exocraft. Yep, it is quite the ride. It is quite the ride. Okay, I'm stopping for these knowledge stones, because I like knowledge stones, so... And it's getting light enough now that I can see them as we pass them. Now, if you see a trail of knowledge stones, that means that somewhere there's going to be a monument in just somewhere. If you follow that trail, eventually you're going to find one. Especially when they're this close together. Monuments basically give you a history of the deck, and it was a good rock, and I just won't try it by it. I was getting my knowledge stones. What are you saying? I'm heading towards my ship. I'm actually very close to my ship right now. Yes, it's still there. It hasn't gone anywhere. Well, yeah, it's not that far. I didn't walk that far. Now, the nice thing is, once you've made the Nomad, though, you can call it to you. Huh? Well, that is an excellent question. I should be seeing it. There it is. And that's what we call directionally challenged. Which is why it's kind of nice that once you have the scanner, you have the little map at the top with the north and the south. If you're watching it, you can kind of keep track of it. But some of us don't do north and south, and so even that could be its own challenge. Alright, I'm guessing and hoping that my ship is on the other side of this mountain here. We're just going to go ahead and go up it. Oh look, it says, note, ship repair supplies can only be crafted within the Utopia base now that you're at your ship. Thanks. Thanks! Alright, so we got the star bulb. Oh, we're going to stop here. And then we've got a little damaged machinery here. Get rid of the residual goop. And it gave us nanites, not too bad. And then usually to the left you'll see buried technology. Oh, wait, let me scan it while I'm here. And then technology reach. And I'm trying not to have to shoot in the ground, but I think we're gonna have to shoot in the ground. Let's switch to the terrain manipulator. There we go. At least I didn't have to go too far on that one. Alright. And so now we can go back to the Nomad and keep on trailing toward our ship. But I like stopping for those kind of things. They're worth stopping for. One, salvage data is money, and also building resources later. Okay, we're getting closer. I think I see the ship. It looks like a hauler. It looks like a hauler because that's what they give us in this particular expedition. I think is to emphasize the difference between what you eventually win and what you have received. Oh, hey, we're by a ruin, which would have also been a nice location to put a base. But it's alright. Because what I'm going to do now is tear up the ground around this ruin, so now it won't matter. Alright. We have made it to the ship. We are going to make sure that we're on the correct thing. And we are going to repair critical starship systems. It's not a bad little hauler. In fact, I don't think I've had this one before. Azukium's Defeat. We'll probably rename this because I don't like having words like defeat in my vocabulary, but this tells us the story of what's going on with Utopia. I'm not going to try and spoil it too much, but the idea here is that we're working together to create and rebuild the system. Sweet. All right. So now it says, well, you could totally fix this. You have all the parts. That's right, because we built them ahead of time, because we know that we have to build them in the base. All right, here we go. Pure ferrite. I'm going to repair things. All right, we're going to try and repair things. Come on, baby. Give it to me. All right, so I hate to say it, but at sometimes when there's a lot of animation on the Xbox, things get a little slow. And so then you kind of have to baby it along. But it's also a sign that probably we're going to call it good here, having claimed the ship. Because it means that my Xbox is starting to slow down a little bit and needs a rest. So we have successfully, I believe, fixed the ship. We have! Huzzah! And we'll claim our goodies. And then we'll take a look at what we get to look forward to here, which is this Starship launch fuel plan, fan launch thruster upgrade. Oh, nice. Let's claim it all. Yep. All right. Well, let's take a look. It gave us some launch fuel, which it put into the ship for me. Thank you. It gave us a suspicious launch thruster. Let's put that over here. Put this over here. It gave us a suspicious tech packet. Let's take a look at what it gave us. A suspicious scanner module. Oh, yes, we are totally taking that. Shazam. And that gives us a fauna analysis reward. It's not a lot, but it's a more than nothing, so we're totally taking it. With an add of 49% scan radius, which is actually that'll help. That'll help a lot when we're trying to scan a few other things that we have to scan on this planet. And then it gave us some tritium, which will be useful later because it only gives us 50% launch thruster and 50% pulse engine. So we're going to need that tritium, and we're going to need to get some more tritium when we go flying up. So that's just something of which to be aware. Alright, I'm getting out and saving. And then I'm taking a quick look at what else we've got. It says, oh, that's right, I did win this along the way. We can collect our exocraft technology. So then all we have left to do is get to the outpost, which we're going to do later. So I am going to pull this in and gather that up. We should be close enough to the Nomad to put it in. Yes, we should be able to finish phase 1 and start phase 2. Yes, I'm totally digging around the ruins. We're going to be gathering resources. I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to dig around the ruins off screen or on screen. I don't know yet. But we're definitely, things are definitely going to happen behind the scenes. Because before we leave the planet for phase 2, we're going to need a whole lot of resources here. Yeah, I'm going to need to get copper, I need to get ferrite, I need to get carbon. I'm probably going to want to get some silicate powder for glass. There's just a lot of different things that I'm going to want to get. And plus, it can be fun to wander around this particular world and find the cool stuff, so yeah. Alright, we're going to call it good and let my Xbox cool down. And we'll come back at some point. Probably tomorrow to finish, or not finish the expedition, but to finish phase 1. Yes. Alright, and here we go. Thank you for watching. Actually, let me do another jump in. I hate to do this. Well, I don't hate to do it, but it's a security thing. I'm just going to go ahead and jump back and get that save restore point just in case. Just in case. Oh, yeah, that is kind of a good point. Make sure that you always jump back out, because otherwise you may be flying instead of being grounded on the land. So, yeah. All right.